Night falls over Washington, D.C., but inside the halls of power, a silent crisis is accelerating at an uncontrollable and terrifying pace. The United States national debt has crossed a psychological threshold, surmounting $34 trillion, leaving the global economy teetering on a knife's edge. Every single second, the burden grows heavier. It is a fiscal time bomb fueled by decades of unchecked spending and systemic instability. The warning signs are everywhere. Market charts are bleeding red, signaling a loss of confidence that could trigger a global financial reset. How do we visualize $34 trillion? It is a number so massive that it defies human comprehension, towering over our collective future. If you stacked this money, it would reach the moon and back multiple times. It is a mountain of obligations that our children must climb. On the streets, the reality is far more gritty. Hardworking citizens are beginning to feel the crushing weight of inflation and economic stagnation. Savings accounts are evaporating as the purchasing power of the dollar is systematically eroded by the very debt meant to sustain it. The most dangerous part of this crisis isn't just the principal, it is the interest. We are trapped in a lethal interest rate spiral. The cost of servicing this debt now rivals the entire national defense budget. We are paying billions just to keep the lights on. Money is draining out of the treasury like water through a sieve, disappearing into a dark abyss of compound interest and deficit spending. The Federal Reserve is running out of moves. Every attempt to stabilize the currency seems to pull the knot even tighter around the economy. Panic is starting to seep into the trading floors. The volatility we see today is merely the prelude to a much larger storm. Graphs that once showed steady growth are now crashing downward. The era of easy money and cheap credit has come to an end. Newspaper headlines scream of recession and stalled recoveries. The narrative of a soft landing is quickly being replaced by a harsher reality. Confidence is the only thing holding the system together. Once that shatters, the recovery we've worked for could vanish in an instant. But while the traditional economy fractures, a new diversion has taken center stage. The world is turning its eyes toward artificial intelligence. Silicon and code are being hailed as the saviors of the modern age. We are betting everything on tech to outpace our debt. Massive data centers are humming across the country, processing the algorithms that many hope will spark a new era of infinite productivity. The aesthetic of the future is neon and cold, a stark contrast to the crumbling infrastructure of the old financial world. But is this AI boom a genuine revolution, or just another bubble being inflated to mask the rot in our economic foundations? The shadow of automation looms over the workforce, creating a sense of unease. Machines are rising just as the currency is falling. Investment is pouring into AI startups at a frantic pace, reminiscent of the dot-com era. The hype is reaching a fever pitch. If the AI bubble bursts before the debt is managed, the resulting collapse could be more severe than anything we have ever experienced. We are standing at a crossroads. One path leads to innovation and recovery, the other to a sovereign debt crisis that could redefine the nation. The clock is ticking and the numbers are still climbing. The question remains, can we innovate our way out of this, or is it already too late? What do you think about the debt crisis and the AI future? Let us know in the comments below. The future is watching.